Hi there, and welcome to my open swimming pool class. And this time we're going to talk about conclusions, not of mine yet, but still very, very important ones. Let me start with my own story, and that is when I first came to India, later to Africa, and I saw the rich land, the endless water, the sun, the people that are smart and are willing to work hard to have better future. I simply couldn't get it. How come that I need to go and teach them anything about agriculture? They are farmers for so many years. How come they don't grow enough food for themselves and not for the world? I would expect them to grow for everybody in the world. That was my gap. And if there is something that I love, is a great problem. And then I love to have a great question and to execute it by giving a great answer. And that is exactly what Diamond did in his book, Guns, Germs, and Steel. So we're going to study what he was saying, okay? He focused on the entire world population and the differences between populations. And this question was, why the king of Spain in 1532 invaded America, conquered the Incas, and not the other way? Why it wasn't the king of the Incas that invaded Europe, invaded Spain, conquered Spain? So that was his question, very general. And his answer is also general. And this is his conclusion. Okay? You've been waiting. So first conclusion, now it's coming. I will read it with your permission. The notable differences between the long-term histories of peoples of different continents do not stem from innate differences in peoples themselves, but from differences in their environment. And that is very important. What he said next as an example, he says, I assume that if we would take the people of Europe and the people of Australia 11,000 years ago, we take the European, move them to Australia. We take the Aboriginals from Australia, put them in Europe 11,000 years ago. What would happen is that the Aboriginals in Europe now would take control over most of Europe, over most of Asia, over the Americas, and Australia. What would happen to the European in Australia? Actually, pretty much what happens to the Aboriginals today, and that is, as he said it, they would be reduced to shredded and degraded population in Australia. Not so nice. Okay, so here we have one conclusion very important for our journey. In the next few posts, I will talk about how he got to that conclusion, which is very, very, very important for us. And it has to do a lot with agriculture. So bye-bye from Ghana, Africa.